Hey guys, Steven here, Fanatic Perspective, going to 5,000 subscribers September 7th, Texas LSU. Can't wait. I'm back from vacation. I'm rested, ready to sprint into this football season, ready to talk some Texas football. Excited about a bunch of the updates that we have coming for this channel for the growth. Guys, I'm trying to sprint to 5K, not just for the sake of a YouTube milestone or just something we put out there trying to speak something into existence to grow our community, but just because I love what we do here, the conversations we have, and how passionate we are as a fan base. Those of you who share my fandom, not just for UT sports, but for the teams that I cover and the sports that I cover. So just really, really excited. Have some really cool announcements going on. First off, hopefully you guys have picked up your copy of our boy Sam on Dave Campbell football, Texas football. I actually found a couple other, I know he was also on the cover of Phil Still. He's on the cover of the Lindy Sports, sharing the cover with Kellen Mond. But across the board, just a buzz. And this comes off the Sam Ellinger video I did a couple weeks ago. Just a buzz, that our boy has generated QB1. And then obviously currently going into Big 12 Media Days that began today. Really, really cool stuff. So just wanted to make sure everybody's aware that the magazine is out. Let's do roll call here, make sure who has their cover and supporting our Longhorns. I can't remember the last time we had, maybe Colt McCoy was the last time we had a Longhorn player this prominently featured amongst various preseason media covers and whatnot. So really, really exciting times for us. Getting to announcements, we're going to be doing some shared content with the Texas Longhorns football page on Facebook. And I'm really excited because this is actually a pretty, very large platform, over 50,000 UT fans that go on and frequent that page and discuss UT football. And I'm excited to be getting an opportunity to work with David Lee. He's actually currently at Big 12 Media Days right now. And he has an exciting interview coming up with Jordan and Sonny Shipley on Wednesday night, 6 p.m. Central Time, where they'll be talking UT football, country music, and other interests that we have, UT darlings, Jordan and Sonny Shipley, and that's going to be exclusive live content via David Lee and the Texas Longhorns football Facebook page. So excited to be, I don't have details yet on when we'll start to have some shared content, but we have some great things in the works with that team, and really, really excited to, help that grow. Fanatic Perspective. Another thing we have that will be starting up is, you guys let me know how you feel about this, but I think you'll be excited. We'll have opposing fans joining our channel this season. We'll have some back and forth, just getting their perspective on their teams as we do our prep. Guys, I'm really big on knowing your enemy. And if you guys are like me, you have many friends, co-workers who are fans of teams that aren't maybe on their schedule. I have a buddy of mine who's a diehard LSU fan, who's from Louisiana, who, I think will provide some good commentary and good content for us to go back and forth about our teams going into September 7th. And we'll have him on the channel a couple times, just sharing his thoughts, maybe even do a live chat if you guys enjoyed that video. I know last year when we were getting ready for the Georgia game, one of the things I noticed on the channel was all the Georgia fans that came in and the back and forth trash talking, as well as, the passion from the Georgia fan base or SEC fans and Texas and Big 12 fans, and going back and forth. And I loved it. I learned a lot. It was great to rub it in their face after we won the Sugar Bowl. And now I'm like, man, it would even been better if I had a Georgia fan to come on the channel and kind of go back and forth with. So there's definitely some Big 12 fans that I have that we're going to have some content with. A couple friends I have that are Aggies fans that we can kind of, cross-analyze each other's teams since we don't play each other. But we are having in-state recruiting battles and different things we can discuss going into the season. So very, very excited about that. Last but not least, we're going to be sprinting and beginning hope probably on a weekly or bi-weekly basis, but our full-blown Texas Longhorn football preview on this channel with John Tran. And we're going to do it in the form of a series. Each week we'll have a topic that we just go in depth on, whether it's part of the depth chart, sleeper players, things we're concerned about. We'll probably start off with our 5 big concerns. That'll probably be our next video. Might even be able to get something out this week. We'll see. 5 biggest things we're excited about. So just different things John and I are gonna be touching on going into the start of the season. Obviously ending with our general predictions on win-loss, how we think the season is gonna go, just like we did last year. So just wanted to keep everybody updated and maintain that alignment with what we have going on this channel. The intent, and I've always said, that's the other thing. The intent I've always had is my perspective as a fan. I'm not a professional analyst. I'm not, a guy that does highlight videos. There's great channels out there that are providing great content around that. My focus and my purpose, and I feel like I've done a good job at this, is communicating my insights and passions from what I see as a fan, from what I see just as everyone else, and keeping this channel interactive. Now, we are going to be transitioning to also a podcast format where we're going to strengthen up, I think, our YouTube presence in terms of, accessibility is good. We want to have that available to our audio folks. Since I'm not breaking down any film or whiteboarding anything, there's nothing that if you're listening to this content via audio, you're missing out on. So I want to make sure that we get our SoundCloud presence back up, iTunes, Spotify, all the major, ways or outlets that people consume their podcasts. We want to be featured there as well. So that's probably going to be the biggest thing we also transition into, not taking anything away from YouTube. That's been the platform where I've been able to meet most of you, and always, all social media links below. We're also sharing content and curating content for Twitter as well as Instagram. So all those things, I know this is more of the updated video as I'm coming back from vacation, but I want to set the tone. We are getting ready to sprint. We're going to have content coming out repeatedly. If I hear something come out of Big 12 Media Day that interests me, I'll put up a 5-minute video just reacting to it. Like that's where we're at this point. And the excitement level is there. You're seeing it. Anybody that covers Texas Longhorns football, the excitement level is there. We have, from a recruiting standpoint, looking at Vernon Broughton, who is down to Texas A&M, defensive tackle out of Houston, Cy Ridge, somebody who probably a couple months ago, I thought we didn't really have a chance. Probably was a heavy Texas A&M lean, in my opinion. And we have not only evened up with Texas A&M, but probably taken the lead in that battle. He may make his decision as early as today. So we'll stand by. It's probably going to come out in the form of a commitment video on social media. Can't wait to see what that young man's decision is. For those of you who are not familiar with Vernon as a football player, he's a guy who probably will transition over 300 pounds, but he's a great pass rusher, 3 technique. So far in high school, he's played actually more defensive end on the outside, if you look at some of his film. But the thing that impresses me the most, and it's weird saying this about a defensive lineman, is his ability to tackle and wrap up. I really think he's a really sound tackler. It's crazy because you heard Malcolm Roach give an interview about getting their hands on quarterbacks and its most difficult aspect, and that's actually a strength of this kid. He's a finisher. So really, really excited to see if we compare him up to, obviously, the last video I did. Prince has since committed. Big win for the DFW area. Coach Samples, Brian Carrington continue to win out there and really channel that Dallas to Austin movement. And then we get some momentum here with Houston as well if we're able to bring in Vernon Broughton. So across the board, guys, just really, really exciting times. And can't be more thankful for all the support we've been receiving. And, as I link up with John and link up with the others, guests where you may see me on somebody else's page or somebody else's video, but we're always repping the horns and always trying to provide good content and keep honest with my personal insights on this football team, on this program, because I love it. I know y'all love it. But that's really much it, guys. Just wanted to keep everybody updated, in tune with what we got going on Steve here, over and out. Horns always up. Love y'all.